And the Sustainability Challenge Fund, the SCF, were very supportive in helping a small group of producers, basically in the Sennybridge, Trecastle area initially, to form a group, a marketing partnership with Marks and Spencer's. This had to be based on quality from the word go. It started, in fact, with some, as it probably always should do, with tastings. Marks and Spencer's were very impressed, not only with that, but with the environment the sheep were coming from. And the initial pump priming from the SCF was really essential to get things off the ground, because there was a need to establish a link, a lot of travelling, a lot of publicity really to support. We also looked at other areas such as, would there be additional markets for the sheepskins? Would there be weaving opportunities for the wool, quite apart from just marketing the lambs? And the SCF supported all this. I've brought with me a hat. I've promised not to wear it. It looks better on my wife and on me. But that shows a logo that was developed for the Sheep Society, again with the support of the SCF.
So the future of farming is actually fundamental to the future of the National Park.
Well, it's countrified, isn't it? And very beautiful with the mountains. And I look out from my kitchen window and, well, people are amazed at the view that they get from every window. Lovely.
Gan bod nhw wedi codi estyniad i'r ysgol gynradd, a fydd Babanod yn symud lan i fod ar yr un safle dan yr un prifathro. A oedd yr ysgol wedyn yn dod yn wag. A yna dimlad cryf iawn yn y cyfarfod bod e'n cadw'r adeilad. Beth ola fydden ni eisiau fydd gweld yr adeilad yn cael ei ddymchwel a dinawr beth yn cael ei godi yn ei le. A wedyn wnaethon ni feddwl beth newn ni ag ede. A o fanna gododd y syniad o ganolfan gymunedol. Felly nid penderfynu cael canolfan gymunedol a chwilio am gartref i wnaethon ni. Ffordd arall rownd.
Ie, ond y peth nath, yr holl beth yn bosib oedd bod ni wedi cael yr arian o'r Parc Cenedlaethol. Oherwydd roedd hwnna, beth maen nhw'n gweud, ar pob un o grantiau chi'n cael o Ewrop, mae'n bod matched funding. A oedd yr arian geson ni wrth y Parc Cenedlaethol a matched funding i'r grantiau eraill i gyd geson ni. Felly, o'r Parc Cenedlaethol dechreuodd e. Ond bai am y Parc Cenedlaethol, byddwn ni ddim wedi gallu mynd ffordd eithaf ni.
Mae Gymraeg yn bwysig ymryd yma, yn dal i fod. Y Gymraeg, mwy neu lai, mae dyn yn clywed wrth ddod mewn i'r ganolfan. A wy'n credu o bosib hefyd bod wedi gwneud i bobl Bryn Aman sydd wedi Gymraeg i sylweddoli mor berthnasol mae'r iaith i fywyd y gweddill o'r gymuned wrth bod nhw'n dod mewn a siarad yn naturiol.
Mae rhai o gwirfoddolwyr, maen nhw'n dysgu Cymraeg, sydd wedi dod i fyw yn y pentref, yn dyn nawr yn dysgu Cymraeg.
Mae dosbarthiadau Cymraeg yn y ganolfan hefyd.
Felly mae hynny yn ddiddorol iawn hefyd. Ac hefyd y ffordd mae'r parc wedi newid yn enwedig tuag at y Gymraeg. Dwi'n cofio yn gynnar pan o'n i'n dal yn fyfyrio felly, gofynes i am lenyddiaeth am y parc yn Gymraeg. Yr ateb oedd, we have none of that nonsense here. A mae hynny wedi newid yn llwyr. Mae'r parc fel llawer o bethau gyhoeddus bellach yng Nghymru yn ddwyieithog. Mae'r parc yn parc y Gymraeg. Sydd ond yn naturiol wrth ystyried bod, wel, dwi ddim yn siŵr o'r ffigur, ond rhywbeth fel 1 o bob 4 yn y parc yn siarad Gymraeg. Os ydych chi'n cymryd Sir Gyfyrddin a'r Gorllewin, Sir Brycheiniog a 1,000 o bobl yn y Fynhonddu sy'n siarad Gymraeg, felly mae yn garfan sylweddol. Felly dyma rai o'r orgraffiadau felly o'r mywyd i felly yn y parc, a'r cysylltiadau gyda'r parc.
We thought it would be really good to come up with a project that happened in each of the national parks that was addressing a really fundamental issue that, to do with sustainability, and we thought that energy was really at the heart of it all. So the Sustainable Development Fund allowed us to do an initial feasibility study to see just what might be possible in an area, in a local area in the national park. So we got consultants in to do that. Well, what we've done is put a turbine back into the turbine house that was built in the 30s when the reservoir was built to supply water to the people of Newport. And we are able to sell the electricity that we generate through the grid to an energy supplier. So we are now looking at an income of £17,000 a year back into the Talabont community that we can invest in further renewable energy projects, but also crucially energy saving projects. So I suppose that we are constantly needing to set up environment and economic ventures that are going to keep people here and provide jobs for our young people and jobs for the people who live here that don't impact on the beautiful place that we live in. So that's a challenge, as it is for any other community really in Wales, but I suppose particularly here.
Mae'r parc wedi denu llawer o bobl i ardal oedd yn ddim yn anhysbys, ond yn weddol o dawel o safbwynt twristiaeth yn y gorffennol. Doedd ddim cymryd hynny o bobl yn dod ar ei gwyliau i'r ardal yn y 50au. Rhai wrth gwrs, ond mae'r nifer wedi tyfu yn fawr wrth ystyried taw tan yn ddiweddar Ban y Brycheiniog oedd y parc agosaf at Linden, felly yn denu llawer o bobl lawr o'r dinasoedd i gerdded y bryniau ag ati.
I think tourists that are aware of things are good, like people who realise that the countryside isn't just like a playground. The people who realise that it is a real place and they have to respect it. That it's also like a working landscape, that they can't just go walking over farmland and things like that. They have to be respectful of the countryside and the people that live there.
There's a path passes right by my house, so I see quite a lot of people through it and I have a chat with them, and I hope that as I speak to many of these visitors, I hope I enlighten them about country life.
Well, we've got to keep the countryside as it is. We've got to encourage the youngsters to stay in the farms, to keep the farming going, because you can't learn hill farming or any farming from a book. It's got to be handed down from generation to generation.
The farmers have left. That's the biggest changes. But there is another change now, because the families that are there now, there are more young children. There are more young children going to school from that lane now than there have been for years. And more young children with different ideas. They love living in the national park, although they're not local. And they use it for all the right reasons. They want to walk in it a lot.
Well, it's definitely a problem, because we have benefited from growing up in such an area and away from crime and appreciating all the natural world. And it's a shame that people are getting up and leaving, because it's such a beautiful place and it benefits your health more than anything else. I'm Rosie Bates, and I was involved in a production by Red Kite Theatre called Celt, which was produced by Margie Douglas and directed by Sue Best. And yeah.
And I'm Meryl Green, and I was also part of Celt by Red Kite Theatre.
People know now who Red Kite are. Yes, that's right.
And without that Sustainable Development Fund, that would never have happened. And in fact, the kids, it was quite an amazing thing to see. While we were doing Celt, we all became a tribe, which was, and people that you would not think would get on, as Rosie was saying, or even want to talk to each other with class, or the old sort of class system. Just because people from one side of a hill to another don't get on, in these parts. So for people that live a long way away, you would think it would be difficult, but in fact, you put them together and work on something like this, and it changes everything.
Well, there's a core group of people now, and they're experienced in what they do, and we've got the sound and the lights and the wherewithal, I guess, to take it out to people that haven't got it and show them and get them to enjoy it and get enthusiastic about it and give them an opportunity they just don't get,
I think that the cooperation between the two is a good thing, and I hope it continues.
Yeah.
And that maybe with more people coming to Red Kite, obviously the awareness of the national park being here would be raised also.
Yeah, I think may this whole cooperation between the national park and Red Kite continue. So it's a good thing.